Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm going to persuade you on why I believe we should be assigned less homework as students. Do you know the reason why every student dreads the last 5 minutes of class more than the other 40? No? Well, it's quite obvious, really. This is the time when homework is assigned. This may be defined as work specifically created to be done in the home to keep students from enjoying life outside of school. Hence, I think that it should be only assigned by a teacher in the event that it is no longer possible for students to learn in the classroom. This is furthermore supported by the limited guidance, stress, and time constraints encountered at home. Firstly, let us examine the limited guidance available at home if an unfortunate student must complete some complex homework. Let us say, hypothetically, though this situation occurs often, that a grade 10 class has just been assigned a homework assignment that requires massive amounts of research. The student with the high-speed internet connection and a big bookshelf of encyclopedias has an unfair advantage over the other students. Furthermore, students might develop questions about the assignment and teachers will be unavailable to deal with student problems, resulting in sloppy homework which neither benefits the student nor the teacher. In relation to the lack of resources in some homes, there is a lack of support from parents. If such a high number of non-English speaking parents exist, then why do schools give massive amounts of homework, while knowing full well that there may be no one in the home to help if a question arises? As regular parents, one cannot expect every parent to be familiar with curriculums of grade 12 math or grade 11 chemistry. Thus, one can see why the limited guidance available to students at home would create a negative effect on students' homework. Next, there are time constraints that come into play when a student is assigned enormous amounts of homework. Some who do not unrestrict homework assigning may find this difficult to believe, but as humble students do have lives. Many of us have part-time jobs, extracurricular activities, volunteering, and general work to attend to. The assignment of 50-plus math problems does not help our various predicaments, which brings us to our next point. Logically, we can assume that if students do not have enough time to finish all their homework, yet must finish it in time anyways, their quality of their work will decline, perhaps drastically. Tragically, many students are misunderstood to just be lazy or ignorant when it comes to poor or undone homework. The time constraints help to furthermore this last point. Now we take a look at the stress factors that is associated with homework. The limited resources results in frustration and the time constraints results in rushed behavior. Both of these combine to efficiently create stress for the student. The most significant change due to stress is our emotions. As any psychologist would tell you, stress is a big factor of emotions. For example, a student facing too much stress due to increasing the amount of homework may be high-strung, short-tempered, and generally unpleasant. In addition to being generally unpleasant, students have trouble concentrating, as it seems to be a vicious, never-ending cycle of work. I myself have trouble focusing when there are too many things going on at once. Thus, one can clearly see that homework induces stress, causes emotional instability, and relates to poor concentration and eventually dropping grades. According to www.theatlantic.com, average students spend 6 to 14 hours a week doing homework. Over 45% of students in grades 3 through 12 spend an average of 1 hour per night on working on homework. 6% of students spend 3 hours working on homework. In conclusion, you can see that assigning too much homework is not the student's best interest because of the lack of guidance at home, time issues, and stress implications. In fact, it is more arguably that homework may even be counterproductive. The Prince of Wales School certainly thought so and decided to ban homework, choosing to focus on students learning and understanding more. And shouldn't that be the goal of every school? instead of how many math problems can be crammed into one paper. This is my planner that I use for school, and these different highlights are my different homework assignments that I have. As you can see, there's quite a bit. And these are all my school books that I have to take home almost every night, and they're hard to fit into this my little bag. And that concludes my speech.